Namaste, family. My guides and some of the amazing beings and guardians here in Sedona have asked me to make a video for you. Check in, see how you guys are doing. Me personally, I've been going through many transitions, many more ambassador type roles as far as understanding the different councils that exist on this planet. Sedona is really cool because if you want to think about Sedona as a galactic hub on Earth, it's kind of like an international airport. Very similar to Mount Shasta International Airport. Domestic airport might be, let me think here, what would be like more like a domestic airport? Some very sacred locations down in, say, Mexico, or in Hopi Land, or some of the different places that have lots of culture, lots of history, but rather to remember that the energetics of the structure, the energetics of Sedona, the iron oxide rich stones, right, the red rocks, right, allows Sedona to resonate at right around a 4.2 and higher resonant field, upwards to 5. That allows many star seeds and many angelic incarnates and Gaia's kids are gravitate towards areas such as Sedona. It's very important to understand why. It's because the vibration that's actually coming from the ground is higher than the surrounding areas. Okay. Now, living in an international airport, like I do, energetically here in Sedona, I meet all kinds of allies here in this alliance that we have. To kind of play into some more of the ambassador type roles that many of you have incarnated to facilitate, it is basically those that incarnate into the variant locations on Earth who, once they are awoken, once you wake up, and you kind of get your bearing, you start putting one foot in front of the other, you process all your 3D stuff, you process all your past life stuff, and then you kind of get your order and operation, as far as what you like to facilitate here on Earth, and then also to come into compliance with the agreement you made previous to incarnating. That's the cool stuff. Now, some of the things and trials and tests you guys will go through, like I've said in previous videos, many of those are fear tests, okay? But the situation is truly, can you be and walk in unconditional love and understanding, still have discernment, but rather have patience, and love and patience. Me, I'm kind of like a galactic bulldozer myself. I serve many functions here on Earth. We go into different territories on Earth and some things need to be cleaned up. Hey, there's some guys that are really good at their jobs. If I was playing soccer or football, I would be more like a sweeper. Meaning that you got the forwards, you got the middle halves, and then you got defense, and then you got the sweeper, okay? So it's kind of like, as many councils discuss on Earth, the different things that are going on in the consciousness, the different things that are going on in the construct, the different levels in the programming, the different levels in frequency, how to get the vibration of the population up to a certain point where they can make their own decisions and truly walk in free will. That's the goal, okay? The higher your frequency, the more options you have, okay? If you're in 3D, right? 3D, I'm just waking up out of the matrix. Okay, you have like, this is my 3D life. Here's my job. Here's my family. Here's my kids, if you have kids. Right? But you're kind of running on this specific bandwidth, okay? As your frequency goes up, maybe you're holding a 4 or 5D construct now in a 3D popsicle suit, my vessel, right? More options. And as you go up in dimensions, to understand that it's kind of like, I was trying to explain to my friends the other day, it's kind of like the earthquake scale. It's not like when you have a 5.0 earthquake, then you have a 6.0. It's not like 1% greater. It's like times 100. I think that's the scale. It's 100 times grander. It's 100 times greater, okay? To understand that vibrationally, the higher the frequency that you rock, that you participate in, right? The faster the downloads and uploads, the faster the options come in, and the faster you see the synchronicities in your life. Okay? I like to facilitate more of like a personal trainer, ground up type of role, meaning that when people come to me with certain questions and certain things, and I'm integrating with them with their higher selves. Hi, this is your higher self. Kind of integrate into the suit and have that communication in Sedona, where it's very easy to do that, mind you. To understand that facilitation is also based upon how's your health, how's your vessel, how's your emotional body, how's your pain body, how's your overall well-being. Okay. What's your belief system? Okay. Having an open mind. And it's actually really funny to me to think that, we're millions of years old, our souls, right? It's kind of funny to think that actually 10,000 years of programming actually created this little shield known as the veil from who you truly are. I think that's quite hilarious on many levels, and I think many galactics find it very interesting as well. What we have here on Earth is different dimensional players on your stream, right, characters, in this duality game, right? So from 3 to, I was told 3 to 12, but really 12, 11, 10 are pretty solid, okay? But this dimension, these dimensions, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, let's just say, right? They still have this duality flavor going on, this light and night flavor going on. Above that, they get it. They understand it's a game, and that it's a game of experience, and my little incarnate, my little fractal is growing he or she so divinely right now. But to understand that, when you get that referee point of view, you need a good ref. If you're in the Super Bowl, okay, and you got one team versus another, you need that referee to go, hey, that was fantastic, go to your appropriate sides and let's regroup, okay? What we need on Earth is a lot of referees, is what I'm finding, because the interaction is amazing on many levels, but at the same time too, you need beings to wake up in the matrix, in this density. And I find that it's not just your interaction with your higher selves, which many stick to in the very beginning, but as you get strong, what it truly is other beings use you as that reflection, where actually their night 4D version is like, how do I integrate back into the stream so I can also ascend from 4 to 5? Or your 5D self wants to, loves the earth planes, but maybe wants to get on a transport and go check out another planet. 6D, okay, 7D, 8D, right, template level. The more and more I integrate and the more and more I understand about, the different races, the different cultures, the different flavors that exist here on Earth, it makes me smile inside, because I actually understand and actually have contact with the beings that actually oversee the game and watch all the children play. I'm really fortunate in that manner that I actually have a highest self. And I've traveled the world and actually landed in airports, get off the airplane, and the first thing I do is I look at the guardian of that territory. I'm like, whose territory is this? You see this big dude come up, boom, boom, what up? This is my deal. I'm referencing France. When I landed in France, France has an amazing overself dude, big, huge, glowing light being. But to understand, every territory on Earth has this type of interaction of the grandma, grandpa type of game maker, I should say. It's observing others, sentient beings, growing in their experience, and with the wheels of time, every 26,000 years, that's a wheel of time. Half a cycle is a wheel, and a quarter cycle is a wheel of time. They also kind of shift and operate things that they want to accomplish, as they are also in that ascension game as well. They just go from, I'm a planetary guardian, to I'm a solar system guardian, to I'm a galactic guardian. Guardians of the galaxy, man! Okay. So, in the same manner as we're going through this, they learn through our experiences, and as a family, we come together and kind of understand some of this stuff, okay? I'm also learning a lot about, I've been in like every single night, ever since that super moon, I pulled in so much energy, and there's different ways to do this. I will explain it later. They're like, hey, slow your roll. Absorb energy from stars, man. Many of you know this, okay? What I'm trying to say is that I'm learning a lot of like Earth history, I'm learning a lot about why this particular star system, sentient being, interacts in a certain way. What makes them tick? What is that culture, say it be Anunnaki, say it be Draconian, say it be Sirius B, Sirian, compared to a Palladian, Sirius A, Andromedan, okay? I'm trying to figure out the history of this planet that we are in right now, okay? And then kind of like flowing through how to like harmonize that in a very dynamic way. How to understand that in a very dynamic way. How to not judge, because you might not know in that culture, that's the norm. You're like, oh, I didn't know that. I thought everyone was, no. That's a 6D being coming from Sirius B, who's part of the Orion Empire, or whatever, not Empire, Alliance, okay? That's how they are trained in that format. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, dude. Pallades went through their ascension program 40,000 years ago. So to think about that, no wonder they're the most in tune, because this is very fresh for them. If you're a Palladian here, this is a very fresh thing, because this planet, similar to one of your planets, I'll let you figure out which one, similarly went through this, okay? To understand that the duality has to be played out so that you don't take these new program constructs into that higher vibration where things manifest like this. Controlling your mind, controlling your thoughts, controlling your center is paramount, okay? And truly feeling what it feels like to have energy course through your body and that intent of golden light that goes through all things, right? I love golden balls of light, golden spheres of light. I love blasting cities with light. I love it. I like harmonizing things. I like touching dudes that are kind of doing some naughty stuff on the shoulder and going, yo, bro, you sure you want to do that? Give other beings a second chance to make a better decision for themselves in the manner they interact with others. Do not judge a book by its cover, and to understand that inside of you there's all these correlations of how your higher selves were trained on the planet or the system that they come from. Understand this. If you can understand why they might be a little different in their understanding or how they were trained, how they were taught, then you might go, oh, that's just the way he is. He's kind of grumpy in the morning, but he'll be fine. In the same way, as above, so below, the same characteristics that make up you in your morning routine, in your night routine, the different thoughts that go through your mind. To understand that these are reflections, fractals, lower dimensional versions of a personality trait pipelined into a suit, you, a vessel, that has different proximity of how that suit interacts in their environment through their energetic flow and how they wish to manifest their reality around them. Put that on a bumper sticker. Now, the most important thing, right, is I just want to see my brothers and sisters with their, you know, the white robes, the blue robes, whatever council you're on, right? Mine's the gold robe with the blue and gold trim, okay? To understand that we're getting back into that place in our awareness as that's coming back full circle. So, when your throat chakra turns on, and there's maybe some things that you at first hear, hopefully, well, I'll explain to you guys again real quick. What I do for the fastest way through the interaction, which kind of keeps it very streamlined, is as follows. First, you can hear your intuition, you feel something. When your throat chakra turns on, you can hear. Okay, it's kind of like you have the angel on your shoulder and the little bub on your shoulder. Little night side on your shoulder, right? Well, here's the deal. The easiest way to interact with any being in your field and keep it simple is, you know the way you speak. Hence, you in 5D, let's just say. Your 5D version. My energy body as it rises out of this suit every single night as I take off and fly across the planet with my homies. Okay? That version. You know how you speak. You know your slang. You know you would say things like cool or alright bro. You know how that is. Okay? Why I say that? Because it's very hard to copy. When you guys get your ears sometimes, you'll have a dude come in and go like, oh yeah, I'm your higher self. It's not your higher self. It's probably one of your guide's friends just, teasing you or trying to see if you actually know who you are. Or it's a little, that's just messing with you. So understand that. Okay, so how do you bypass that? When I first got my ears, my throat chakra turned on, what I would do is, when I had a question or I felt someone in my field, my eyes are closed, I feel someone's there. Okay, how do I do it? Pop up out of my suit, just vertically expand, and go, yo, can you figure out what that is? You hear it in your own voice. Yeah, I'll go check that out. And when you get eyes, you actually see yourself pop up, walk over on the stream, pop down, or go meet the guy, shake his hand and go, what's up, homie, what do you need? Oh, I'd like to know if I could invite some friends over for tonight, da-da-da-da-da, or how do you need anything? Dude walks back over, and you ask, what did he say? In your own voice, you answer, oh, you want to know if you want to come over tonight, and if you could bring some friends, and how are you doing, and if you need anything. Fantastic. Do not take the, let me tell you a secret, if it comes low vibe, if it's a 4D guy, okay, 4D, that's who's speaking to you on the lower night side versions, okay, understand this. Understand the motivation of the night side in your stream until it's balanced. Okay, most of this game is a teeter-totter. As you wake up, that's why you hear sometimes people like, oh, he's going to go night side, or oh, she's going to go night side, or he's going to go light side, or is he going to stay, or is she going to stay light side? Here's the deal. Stay in the middle. Fantastic. Meaning that if we're rowing in a boat, I'm in a canoe, hey, and I got 6 of my higher selves behind me, and I'm in front. Number 3 is in front. My name is Ryan. How you doing? Okay. And we're stroking. Just because my 8th dimensional version at the time, or 9D version, has the loudest voice, like, hey, I think we should go left. Hey, I think we should go left. Right? It doesn't mean you don't take your other higher selves input into account, because maybe your Palladian or your Andromedan's like, I think we should go right. Or, it just depends on your life path, right? I'm making this analogy for the synchronicity and life choices you will make. What I'm trying to say is the easiest way to deal with that is resonate it with your heart. What does that make you feel like? Is that the manner in which you'd like to be treated? Does that sound like something in your best interest? When you hear things like go off in the middle of the desert and sit there for 20 days and throw all your possessions away and drink some chocolate milk, you might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Just saying, okay? One thing that is full show, okay? When a vessel, when a human, when any sentient being is in survival mode, you're not going to be able to reach those higher frequencies because you're more concerned with shelter, food, water, air. Your biological suit takes over. That takes paramount. Then you're worrying about where your next meal or where your next paycheck and all this stuff comes from. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're in survival mode. Now, that being said, if your higher selves want you to get on your life path and do what you incarnated to do, that is a completely different thing. And to resonate those commands, those thought forms, and that need, right, and want, and love with your heart and figure out what's in your best interest to do that. Okay? That's important. I can't stress that enough, having that discernment and being an ambassador, right? Which we're all working on. The key to that is now, can you rotate through your higher self? Say someone on the night side wants to come talk to you about something that's going on, in your neighborhood, in a city, across the planet, some sort of forward plan. Whatever version, say it's an 8D to 8D night version talk, 8D pops off your stream, goes and has a conversation, comes back. What did he say? What does he say? The 8D then talks to your 5D, not 8D. You don't know, if you don't know star language yet, you can't translate. All of a sudden you're sitting there going, well, what am I supposed to do now? I'm supposed to do something. That's why it's so key, I'm telling you. Please learn from my experience, okay? In your own voice, your 5D version looks just like you, okay? Like if you never partied in your life, worked out every single day and looked immaculate, like what you really view, that's like what you can visualize what you look like in 5D, okay? Like some beings say when you go to heaven, everyone's like 19, 20 years old. Everyone's young in heaven. Kind of like what you feel like in the 5D energy body existence, okay? So pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your discernment, resonate everything through your heart, and understand that even though some of your higher selves may be on the night side, some of your higher selves may be on the light side, you have the choice to walk the middle. If they've already made a decision, this is how I'm gonna rock this, homie, all you can ask is, hey, well, can you at least walk your way towards the center so we can become one? So I don't have to go into, you know, Oogie Boogie land or the night template level of the blah, blah, blah to come talk to you. Can you actually stay kind of close to my stream so we can interact? That'd be fantastic. Okay, taking command and taking order of your stream in this dimension, in the physical, is important because it's one of the measures in which you take your power back. Okay, it's one of the ways in which you're like, I'm not really into the puppet thing. I'm not really into being puppeteered, homeboy. And it's 2014. I don't know what simulation program or what year you think it is. Some of your higher selves may be from the far-ass future. And they're just going, you know, 20, 30,000 years in the future. You're like, what do you want me to do with this guy or girl? Right? Some of your homies, past lives, maybe about 500, 600, 2,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago. Last time I was here was Egypt, and it was fantastic. My Anunnaki version in Egypt was like, why does this place look like this? Last time I was here was luscious and green, and the rivers flowed, and the palm trees, and it's not the same as I remember. So remember, your job too is, as you're integrating your higher selves, you are kind of the middleman or middle girl to kind of going like, hey, this is kind of like how it is now. This is like kind of like what's going on in the world, because you understand that if all time is happening simultaneously, for them it was yesterday. It was 8,000 years ago. It's happening right now. Right now. Right now. It's not in how we view time as 8,000 years ago, 75 generations. No, it happened yesterday for them. Understand this. Our job is to be the middle girl, middle guy, kind of balance it, flow it, you know, discern it, have unconditional love, because even though someone's lower self may be a little bit of a douche or a little negative, understand that that being's higher self may be the coolest being you know. You gotta understand that it's just a variance of a flavor of experience in which that person has not integrated that aspect of themselves, and to understand that in the oneness, in the collective, everyone's cool upstairs, guys. I don't know if you knew this or not, but everyone's awesome upstairs. So, yes, all glorious, glorious with the high collars and the gowns and the shoulder pads, you know, depending if it's Lemire, Atlantis, you know. Or if you're like more of the starship, you know, within the Galactic outfit. If you guys want to think about the methodology of like, this is really cool for you guys to kind of understand a little bit. Okay, if you guys seen Guardians of the Galaxy, I love that movie. Okay, let's break this down. Star-Lord, Xandar, right? Live on Xandar. Star-Lord's kind of like Palladian, Sirius A, kind of like a Palladian, like a dope Palladian, like I'm an angelic. Just so you guys know, there are 12D humans that exist in 12D in this galaxy, in this universe, that are just like this, but can rock a 12D construct. Just to throw it out there, okay? Now, Drax, played by Batista, fantastic. Everything that is said to him is literal, okay? That's kind of like a draconian, like, not really too much joking, but like, I think it was the funniest part. He's like, you know, little Rocket, the little raccoon's like, everything you say to him is literal. There is no pun, you know, there is no, it'll go right over his head, right? And then Drax, Batista, was all like, nothing can go over my head. I am too fast. I will catch it. It's very funny. I thought that was hilarious because in my integration, in my night side, in my light side, in different cultures, and how people are raised, mind you, on their planets, in their substruct, and how they were kind of raised, or last time, maybe the simple question is, last time you had a 3D punch, right? Light or night version, where were you? Maybe they didn't ascend on Earth, guys. Maybe the last time they ascended was on Sirius A or the Pleiades or a different planet in our solar system or in a different galaxy or in Andromeda or in Vega. They didn't have a 3D Earth ascension, so this might be very new for them too, okay? So to kind of have that type of love, communicato, go for your own intuition, listen in your own voice, key. That way you don't get confused. Plus, when they try to mimic your voice, they can't really do it. You know, in the beginning when I started doing that, all of a sudden I get this like, we want you to do this. I'm like, oh, do you really, Origato, Mr. Roboto? I don't talk like that, jackass. Boom, just kicked it off. They're like, damn it. Know the way you speak, know your speech and your intuition and all the words you use and speak in that manner. It's almost like you have a password protected vibration that comes out of your speech pattern that's coded to you. Use that. Okay? You developed it in this life, you developed it in this culture, you developed it on Earth. It is September 1st, 2014, man. Okay, use it. All right, what else? I'm having fun hanging out with you guys. But yeah, a lot of integration. The new supermoon. Last supermoon was amazing. This new one coming up is gonna be big time. I definitely recommend you guys getting outside, being in a sacred location, or at least in your backyard. Hey, have a little fire pit, relax, watch the moon, okay? I want you to watch the resonance that comes off the moon, and I want you to feel the vibration as it resonates. It'll try to pick you up. It's actually giving you uploads and downloads, Pay attention to that. What else? For all my family out there on planet Earth that are crushing, love you. If you're new, hi, I am Rion. And my channels are Dero7 and Ryan Orion7. Check them out. And if you guys want to check out some instructional videos, go to anomalyentertainment.com or, of course, teamlight.com. All of the links are there. It's really easy. I made it so you can just use right on your iPhone. Click, click, boom. All of those buttons take you someplace. So, teamlight.com. What else? Love you guys. Remember, integration. Walk in peace, prosperity, abundance, love, harmony. All my transmuters out there, banging that indigo violet flame. All right. And for all my earth walkers out there, understand that everything is being facilitated on the lower levels at a very expedited speed. And yes, we have our galactic family to thank for that, as well as the incarnates who are raising the vibration of Earth. So with that, my family, I love you guys very much. I'll see you very soon. Namaste.